like Rock the Great One. I lay a smack down when I'm on the station. I never back down, I'm an inspiration. Illuminate a little with imagination. Now who the hell telling me to leave the basement? It's over, face it. It's been too long, there's a new replacement. Y'all motherfuckers need to learn some patience. 9 to 5s ain't alive, that's a slave. Money come quick, even quicker when it go. Money come quick, something burnt in your soul. No, you can't fit a hoe, cause you ain't in control. If you money, ain't it funny how it goes. Money come quick, even quicker when it go. Money come quick, something burnt in your soul. No, you can't fit a hoe, cause you ain't in control. If you money, ain't it funny how it goes. Follow in my footsteps, I say hello, 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 hello. You can't do what I do, that's just something you don't. Something. Follow in my footsteps, I say hello, 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 hello. You can't do what I do, that's just something you don't. I make this look easy from the way that I told you. Haunted mansion, I be turning suckers to ghosts. I be like Rock the Great One. I lay a smack down when I'm on the station. I never back down, I'm an inspiration. Illuminate a little with imagination. Now who the hell telling me to leave the basement? It's over, face it. It's been too long, there's a new replacement. Y'all motherfuckers need to learn some patience. 9 to 5s ain't alive, that's a slave. Money come quick, even quicker when it go. Money come quick, something burnt in your soul. No, you can't fit a hoe, cause you ain't in control. If you money, ain't it funny how it goes. Money come quick, even quicker when it go.
Here we go, guys. Starting to pull this engine out. So back with the new project. Here we go. 2005 Chevy Silverado, and this one's a clean title, not a salvage title. Here we go. So I just jacked it up. My driveway goes at a slope. I've other videos I've told you guys before, so it does come down this way. So what I did is put the tires down. So I set it on the tires so that the rubber can hold the rear end. The rear end's the emergency brake is on and it's in park. So as soon as I pull the tranny out, separate the tranny from the engine, the linkage is going to disconnect. I have to take the drive line off, so I got to take the drive line off. That's going to remove the position from the transmission, so there won't be nothing holding from the transmission from that point. So I got to rely on the emergency brake. Also, if you're doing this on the flat ground, you want to use the tires as well, like I did in the back. That'll give you some height. Now if you need the front to go up higher, jack stands. I also put the jack in the front for emergency. I normally put other set of tires under the wheels just in case the jacks give out. So if it falls, it has something to land on, and if I'm underneath, I have enough time to, hopefully have enough time to roll out. And if I don't, you know, bye-bye. Anyways, let's see. So the guy that I bought the truck from said, and I looked it up, this was a 4.8. The 4.8 said that first he told me that it blew up, so I wasn't sure. Okay, the engine blew up, and then he said that the motor was not there, so I still bought it. Over the phone I bought it, and then I agreed on buying it, and then when I went to go pick it up, it still had the block in. So the heads were missing. So I don't know if either he lost them, he sold them, or they got stolen. Whatever the case is, he never explained why. So everything else is here. All the accessories, I have everything, all the accessories for it. Don't have the bolts. The bolts were not around, but that's okay because I do have this motor here, which has the front drive accessories on this one, which I think I'm going to put this motor in. Maybe I'm going to see if it's compatible. This one has the fuel system on this one. On the intake has the return, but the 05 does not have the return. I don't know what happened, guys. I want my camera shut off for some reason. Anyway, so I do have the with no return, which is the 05 for that 4.8. And I do have the 6.0. The 6.0 has the return style. So this intake I need for the fuel tank. So I'm gonna see if they're compatible. If they're compatible, everything pretty much kind of matches, then I'm basically gonna just switch the intake on either the 6.0 if I go with that one, or if I go with the 5.3. I might go with this 5.3. I have another 5.3 out of a Yukon that I have, but kind of on the fence if I'm going to use the Yukon or not. See what happens. I might use this motor here. This one has the 706 heads. I don't know anything about this motor. I got it from a buddy of mine, and it's been sitting, so I don't know if the wiring harness is the same. I've got to make sure everything's identical and will marry up. This has the red and blue harness for the older style for the 9902. So I basically just need the heads and the block. I don't need all the and the accessories. I don't need the intake. So if that worked, I have the coils from the 4.8. So I have the coil packs for that. So everything should marry up, hopefully. I could get some heads or take those heads off and put it on here, but I didn't want to use this motor. Maybe hopefully it didn't get heat to it, and the way he said it blew, so it might just be the head gasket, and as simple as that. But I'm just going to pull it out regardless because it's got some rust going on here. Clean it up and see if someone wants to buy it, or I'll fix it and get it going again, and then go from there. But otherwise, this video is just showing you where I'm at. I'm going to be pulling everything apart from the bottom. I already pretty much just disconnected a little bit of stuff that was here. Mostly everything was already done for me. Got to pull the cats out and remove the transmission and the drive line and pull that out, separate it, loosen the bolts from the motor, and then get this AC compressor out after the motor is lifted up somewhat, little bit with the engine hoist, and then it should come right out. And then just make sure all the wiring is all disconnected from the block itself. Pull that block out, and then I'll be good for the next one. Alright guys, I'll let you guys know how it goes. I will film some more of the stuff as I go, but for now I'll get back with you. Alright, talk to you later. Oh, it looks like it's recording. Alright, get you a good angle. Also, you guys can use an impact gun if you have it. Mine's a 3/8 drive on my DeWalt, and so I have to break it loose first because that DeWalt's not strong enough. But it's good to like take the threads out to take this bolt out. But I didn't want to go digging for the adapter, so I'll do that later, maybe this next side. Since I was already here and recording, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. So basically what I'm doing is just unthreading those bolts to the cap right now. So there you go. That's the 15mm bolt. And like I said, and some of you guys have probably already done this. You're not new to it, but this is for the guys that are new. You guys can do this. Don't be afraid of it. Just make sure that your vehicle, your truck or car, whatever is properly put up. So make sure you put the jack stand, put your tire, whatever you want to put on there, your extra securities, and shake the car a little bit before you get underneath it. Make sure it's stable. And I know you guys can't see like the actual bolts moving, but I showed you and I explained to you what it is. So can't get to that bolt again because of that transmission line. I need to separate the line. You know, you don't want to just put enough pressure. Don't bend the line, because then you have to get a new transmission line. Just enough to, some of the stuff will move for you. It will stretch to its bendy point. You don't want to bend those transmission lines. You're gonna be buying some more. Being stubborn. This is the struggle. Okay, it went. Stuff you don't see are people explaining to you what, you know, what's going on. And there's a difficult, and that's all that boring stuff everyone's talking about. It's the struggle that you go through fighting to get the bolt, take the bolt off. Sometimes it's the small things that make it harder. There'll be times I'll be messing with a bolt forever. Drive me nuts, because it slows down the progress. Also, take other people's advice. Don't ever think that your way or the person that taught you was the right way. Sometimes you learn new tricks and new things. Keep your mind open to what you're doing. Sometimes you'll be doing stuff for years and it's the same way, and someone come around, you know, could be younger than you or older than you and teach you something that you didn't even know. Okay, so those 3 bolts are loosened. I gotta take the other 3 off on the other side of the driver's side. All right, pretty much the same thing. I'll get back to you. I just don't want you waste so much footage. All right, talk to you in a bit. This is crazy. Hey guys, and I don't think this is the right cat. Shit. Hope I don't get screwed. This cat doesn't look like the right one. It doesn't look original. Looks like someone took it out. Crap. Not original cat. There's some work done to this. Give me a minute. This one's stuck. So it might be stripped. Well, I have some other cats left over from another job, so I might have to fix this. I'm not sure if this cat's gonna work. We'll find out. Hopefully it was replaced with the right one. Well, we'll go from there. All right, so that's loose. Now, let me get you guys over here so you can see. So now I have to remove that right there, and not remove the whole Y pipe right there. Get those cats out of the way. This has a resonator in the back right there. All right. Passenger manifold came out. Put this, I'll leave it out, but might have to put it back in when I move the engine. Hopefully it doesn't start spilling everywhere. I remove that starter and get the bolts to the torque converter. So it's going to be next. So right now I'm still moving the cats. come right out. Probably need some for swaying. Separate that up. There's the reason why I took the. You can't pull those. Can't pull these manifolds out. Being connected to the cats, the pipes of the cats. This ain't gonna happen. You ain't enough room. You're gonna be banging the whole truck up. So that's what I say. You can leave them on the motor. Take them off afterwards. I don't know why they removed them from the top. There's no need for that. On the other side of the truck. Go in there and break that loose. Banging against the body. There it goes. You seen that? Okay, I got that. So it's loose. They were just it was just pinched. It's called gravity. So just kind of cockeyed to this, so they're binding together. All right, so now we got the manifold out. See? So we got the driver's side now. You kind of tell these come from a Chevy, Silverado, or GMC, because they don't have that. I don't have any right now. There's usually a different opening on these, somewhere around here, on some years. Usually I see them on the Yukons. So this one right here, see that? It's like for the emissions. Right here, see this piece has that line opening to that manifold. I usually see those on the I think the 90s, 99, 2000 model. Usually I see them on Yukons, like the Yukon, Tahoe, Suburbans, the SUV style. So there's a lot more room after taking that out. All right, I'll get back to you. All right, guys. So, starting on the transmission, cross member. The cats will not come out without that cross member all the way. So, this transmission was somewhat loosened already. It didn't even have the bolt. The bolt's not even connected to the transmission cross member, which is it's either a 14 or a 15 millimeter bolt. So there you go. Careful what you get out there. I was prepared for this, but if one of you guys was buying a vehicle like this and you weren't prepared for it, you're gonna have a lot of money to forking out. Okay, so check that out. Transmission bolt wasn't even connected to the cross member, and then it's missing 2 bolts on each end of the cross member. This cross member has to come out in order for the rest of the cat to come down. I don't know what this guy is talking about. He said that it was the heads on it, but they already started removing. There were some bolts missing from the transmission, so I don't know what to expect. I don't even know if that transmission's good, and it is leaking like crazy. It's leaking back here on the seal of the transmission. He said the transmission was still good. Honestly, I don't even know. See, so be careful what you buy out there. Now, if I had bought this not having a donor vehicle, I'd be in it a lot of money, having to search for bolts and whatnot. I'm still gonna have to search for bolts because I really don't want to take the ones off the Yukon if I don't need to. Yeah, I don't even know what this whole drivetrain is good or not. I don't know if that transmission is good. A lot of missing parts. All right, I'm gonna take these bolts off. Let me see if I can. I'll bore you guys a little bit. You guys can watch. I'll put you right here aside. Get you set up. I think that's a good spot. If not, I'll move you guys. Give me a minute. I'm gonna get the socket for that. I think it's a 18. Yeah. Okay, looks like 3/16. 3/16. I want a heavier one. That's just the 3/8. What do we got there? 7/8. Find one that has a half. I'll be right back. Might have to cut some of this when I do the editing. good thing. Can you guys see me? You guys can't. I think you're too far up. There you go. I wish this camera would fall asleep on me. I know it's for power saver, but I need to see where you guys are at. So I use a deep socket on the other side of the bolt because that bolt is really long, and I just got something to hold the other side of the bolt and taking off the nut on the other side. There we go. Shit. Good way to lose tools is driveway. This driveway, everything rolls down. Alright, so this side's off. I'm gonna go to the other side. I'll meet you over there. Hit my head on this. See where you guys are at. Over here. Let's see. Yeah, these bolts are not that tight. They normally are a little tighter, so if you lock with a open wrench, open crescent wrench, you could lock. Alright guys, so have all this out already. Cross member, cat, manifolds. Took the wiring off the transmission, took the starter out. Starter was 2 bolts, which are, I could get there. These 2 bolts, starter bolts. Took off, you see these clips off the trans lines. Don't lose those. If you lose them, you have to go buy some more. So pull the trans lights off. Just take those clips off. Pull these little plastic tabs off to protect those little clips to stay in spot. Pull those back, and the clips will be in this little groove in here. Okay, take those clips off. The screwdriver, it's gonna kind of fish them out and pop out, and then you put these lines out, which is the trans lines. And like I said, the 2 bolts to the starter's right here. And then you get these bolts here, a little smaller than a 15. What I did is use a screwdriver and pry the screwdriver just like that, right where the starter runs. And then pull it over, keep running it over. Just like that. And get to that bolt right here. There. So what I'm using is open wrench, or open end wrench, 14, which is right here. That in there, lock it in place, just like that. And I use another wrench to get right here and lock it in to get leverage to break that loose. Get that same screwdriver, put that in here, hold it like that, and squeeze them both together to get that loosened. All right, give me a minute. Record it. I'm not sure if you guys are getting it, but hopefully you are. It's right here. I don't know if these gloves are doing much, but get that wrench on there. Get it on really good. Get it where you're going to get a good position to take it off. Some good leverage right there. Get that wrench all the way into that bolt as flat as possible. Get some good tension on there. Put the screwdriver in. Lock that in. Not much to, not a lot of leverage on that spot. Let's see. Ooh, that one's good. Oh, there it goes. Hopefully you guys got that. My head was in the way. Broke it loose. It's a little tight, so keep loosening it. I broke. Just gotta make sure you break that loose first, then it'll get going. Now, you loosen this, you strip that bolt, replace them. They need to be. If they're still good, use them. Just getting my glove on, guys. We'll switch hands. Looks like that bolt's a little too close. Move that over. Transmission wants to come away. Oh, it's loose. Just the transmission's coming away. I only have one bolt up there holding the top. And it wants to come away. Oh, there it goes. It came out. Alright. So you can see that transmission's already separated. It came out of the pin already. The thing is holding that bolt up there. So I'm going to take the drive line out and then fix this. Fix the jack so I can position it to pull it out. Alright, guys. Give me a minute. I need my two hands. Alright guys, check it out. Take a break. Go pick up the kids. Finish unbolting it. Shini's out. Straining it. I just used this 4x2 square tubing, scrap piece of metal, drill some holes, ran a hole right through the middle of it, so have to use it for as a cross member to put underneath the transmission and put a strap on it so it won't fall over. There you go, that's out. So let this drain some more and then I'll go ahead and completely pull it out. Alright, I'll get back to you guys. Mine's all greasy. So that got stripped. Shit. Oh, shit's frustrating. Motherfucker. It got stripped, so I had to find another bolt, another socket. Try to take this off. I just turned the camera on there. Damn, somebody torqued the hell out of this thing. So this wire is your hot wire. That doesn't come off. Doesn't want to come off. See, this is your hot wire. This goes right into this other hot wire here. This wire here powers your front lights. So take that off. Basically, I'm going to take the wires that are connected to the motor. Unplug that. There's a couple. There's a ground down there I gotta take off. So there's a couple of wires that are on the bottom of the engine, and they're being a pain in the butt to get to. So I'm just gonna pull the motor, and it'll be easier for me to get it from that point, so I can see, because it's too dark to see down there. And I was gonna remove the wiring from the motor, but it's being difficult on the bottom. So whatever is connected to the harness that's connected to the motor, it's gonna come out. Now, I don't need to take all of it out. Your green plug, that's to your headlights. The black wire is the main wire, so I need to remove that one. Get an extension. This extension does not fit. It's freaking crazy. it just like that. I don't know why that one is a 7mm and it's stripped out. It won't want to work. So I'm using a 932. 932. So getting everything ready so I can get the motor out. Plus trying to beat the sun. Sun is going down. Come on. It should be easier than this, but I don't think this one's ever been messed with. That one fits. Reason that doesn't fit. Screw must be really long. Come on. Let me get an extension. Take this, man. I'm like a chicken head trying to get this. Oh, there gotta be something. Damn, they're so greasy. Let's see. It should come out. There it goes. Okay, so that one goes out. And then there's a plug down here. These safety clips. Let's get these safety clips for. Yeah, these haven't came out in a long time. Probably never been moved. Where is my glove? I lost my glove. Try not to get all cut up with this. There, it finally comes on. Rip this shit out. It's ridiculous. It comes to violence. Take something out. So you got this purple wire with a white plug. Pretty sure it has a number. And this black wire. Also, I got big old a stereo system in here, and about 1 million. Morning, guys. So, continue from yesterday. You want to fish this O2 sensor that goes to your cats. It's going to be right on the frame here. This is bolted down, but I just bent this over a little bit and popped that harness over. So, just that little tab right there, push that up. It's gonna bend, but you can bend it back. It's forgiving. Just pull that over. Push that back. There it goes. Popped out. Just open that up like that. Alright, so come free. Just fish that through the frame. This is the passenger side. So just fish that through, and then you got this clip here. You can see that. Got that clip right there. Take that one out. I'm gonna go from the top side. Hands right up. This little tab, just you want to save it. Get that in like that. Push that in. Save it for later. So that's the only wire. Goes to the passenger side. As soon as you pull that, from the frame. The rest of this harness. Fish through here. There it goes. Just hose out of the way. There we go. Pull that line. So this line is the only line that runs to the passenger side down the frame. Okay. The rest of the line down there is for the heads for your coil packs. That wire right there. Okay, so this is where your coil packs are connected. And this wire over here. This wire here bolts to the block, and there's another small wire right over there. You see that one right there? This one here, that bolts to the block. You can mainly tell when something bolts to a block because it has this type of style, or has a ground like that one, so that it's grounded out. I disconnected because I was going to remove all the harness, but I'm having a hard time taking off. There's another plug down on the bottom of the block, and I don't want to break it because I want to save this harness. It's the original harness to this truck, and I don't want to go chase for another one if I don't need to. It needs a little bit of repair on the driver's side. Looks like someone cut one of the O2 sensor. It's like this, so it's supposed to have this attachment for the harness, and they cut it and then they just directly wired it, but I'll fix that later. That's the only thing I've seen that was damaged, majorly damaged on the harness. Okay, or I might use the one out of the Yukon. The Yukon one is pretty much the same. Then I might just use the one out of the Yukon, just cause since it's going to be on the block already. But it's always good to have either backup, or don't get rid of anything until you need to. So when I bolt the block, that harness should come with it, and then I can get closer to it and disconnect it correctly. Okay, so that's ready to go. Now mainly it's just loosening the main bolts to the block, and that motor is ready to come out. That's about it right now. I gotta wait for a harness. My son's bringing the harness, the hoist, engine hoist, so I'm not sure that's gonna happen later today or tomorrow. So all right guys, I'll talk to you in a bit. All right guys, power steering line has to come off. Pull this clip back out here, wiggle it out, take that, we'll take that hose out. This one, you can use a crescent wrench, hold that down, hold this bolt down here, crescent wrench, and get yourself brake line wrench like this. This one is 5/8, so that nut's a 5/8. Right there. Crack that open, just like that. I already cracked it open. And then get your something on the floor because it's gonna drip. Or you can use a pump and pump that out of the, if you have one, to pump the fluid out. I don't have one, so it's old fluid, needs to be drained anyway. So I believe this is the original motor, so doesn't look like anybody really did maintenance on this truck. So that's probably why I had problems. I ended up pulling the transmission, and the guy told me this was the original transmission, or it was a used transmission. It wasn't, because it smelled burnt. And I think he knew, he just didn't tell me. But I think somebody might have switched out the transmission and just threw some old parts in this truck and to get rid of it the way it was. But if I was a buyer expecting a good transmission, I believe, to me, I was thinking, oh, well, good transmission, I can make a little money off of that. But that's not the case. This guy, I think the transmission was burned as well, besides the motor. Or they put a bad transmission, took the good one, because a lot of stuff was disconnected on this truck. So it seems like someone just kind of like propped it to make it look like it was in. But there was a lot of bolts missing, things not tied securely. Like the transmission didn't even have the bolt to the transmission mount. That was missing. And as soon as I dropped the fluid, it was black. It smells burnt. To me, that smells like a burnt tranny. So I don't know if it's good or not. So there we go. Came out. I thought for sure the fluid was going to come out. Okay. So the harness is still attached from here. So that's loosened. Alright guys, that's it for the power steering pump. Basically the same thing, reverse, put it back together. Alright, see you in a bit.